callers say during a 911 emergency that made you realize the person calling for help was actually the perpetrator? After 22 years as a 911 dispatcher, I've learned to trust my instincts. The training teaches you the basics: how to dispatch units, how to ask the right questions, how to guide someone through CPR or stop bleeding. But what they don't teach you is the art of listening. Really listening. Not just to the words people say, but to everything around those words. The tone, the pauses, the background noise, the breathing. I've caught domestic violence victims lying to protect their abusers because I heard a door close too quietly in the background. I've known when someone was having a stroke before they did because their speech pattern changed mid-sentence. You develop an ear for truth and lies, for panic and performance, which is why the call I got on a Tuesday afternoon 3 years ago stayed with me. A woman called in hysterical. 911, what's your emergency? My husband, he's having a heart attack. I need help. Her voice was high, panicked. Everything sounded right. Ma'am, I'm sending paramedics now. What's your address? She gave it. I could hear her hyperventilating. Is your husband conscious? No, he's on the floor. He's not moving. The ambulance is 3 minutes away. I need you to check if he's breathing. Okay, I heard her move. He stopped breathing. A pause. Then, he's not breathing. What do I do? I'm going to walk you through CPR. Are you able to do that? Yes, please. I guided her through the compressions. She followed every instruction, counted out loud between sobs, begged him to stay alive. When the paramedics arrived, I heard them take over. One of them picked up the phone. We've got him. Standard call, standard procedure. Later that evening, I got the follow-up. The man was dead. Had been dead for over an hour, maybe 2. Heart attack. He had a pre-existing condition. Doctor signed off on natural causes. His wife was devastated. Everything made sense, except it didn't. Something about that call was wrong. It bothered me for days. So I pulled the recording, played it at normal speed. Nothing jumped out. I slowed it down, listened to each sentence individually. That's when I caught it. After I asked if he was breathing, she said, he stopped breathing. Past tense. Then she corrected herself. He's not breathing. Present tense. Like she realized her mistake. I played it 10 times. The slip was undeniable. When I isolated the background audio, I heard television. A news anchor's voice. She was watching the afternoon news, but she told paramedics she'd just gotten home from work. Why would the TV be on? I called the lead detective, explained what I'd found. He was skeptical. You're reading into it. People misspeak during emergencies. Check her work schedule. Confirm when she left. He called me back an hour later. His voice was different. Serious. Her badge shows she clocked out at 11:37 a.m. She called you at 2:47 p.m. That's a 3-hour gap. Did she go somewhere? No. Her neighbor's doorbell camera shows she arrived home at 11:52 a.m. Car never left. She'd been home for 3 hours. The detective requested a full autopsy. The toxicology came back showing lethal levels of art medication. 10 times his prescribed dose. The pills had been ground up, found in his coffee mug. She'd poisoned him, watched him die, then waited 3 hours before calling. The detective brought her in for questioning. Voluntary at first. Just need to clear up some timeline inconsistencies. I watched through the one-way glass. She sat down, looked tired, sad, still playing the grieving widow. The detective played her the 911 call. Let her listen to her own voice. Then he stopped the recording. He stopped breathing. That's what you said. Past tense. She stared at the table. I was panicking. I misspoke. You were home for 3 hours before you called. I told you. I got home and found him. He placed the security footage in front of her. Her car pulling into the driveway. 11:43 a.m. You arrived home at 11:43. You called 911 at 2:47. That's 3 hours. She looked at the photo. Her jaw tightened. I fell asleep. Your husband had 10 times his normal dose of heart medication in his blood. She looked up, met the detective's eyes. He must have taken too many by accident. The pills were crushed, mixed into his coffee. We found the powder residue. She was quiet for a long time. Then, he was leaving me. Her voice was flat, empty, after everything I did for him. And he was leaving, for some woman from work, 20 years younger. He said he deserved to be happy, that life was too short. She laughed, bitter. Life was too short. Isn't that funny? Did you put the medication in his coffee? She nodded slowly. I crushed 10 pills, put them in his morning coffee. He got up to go to his office, made it halfway. Then he grabbed his chest, collapsed in the hallway. I watched him. I didn't call. I just watched. For how long? Until I was sure. Then I waited longer. Turned on the TV, tried to act normal. Then I called. Why'd you wait 3 hours? I wanted to be sure they couldn't save him. And I needed it to look like I'd just gotten home. She looked at the detective. I'm not sorry. He deserved it. I stood behind that glass, listened to every word. The woman I'd guided through CPR. She'd been performing the whole time. She was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life without parole. 22 years of listening paid off in catching one word. Stop.